वक्त मिलता है। लेकिन जब मेरे को परमिशन मिला बात करने का और आपके वजह से मुझे बात करने का अवसर भी मिला, और मुझे ये खुशी भी है कि आप हमेशा ये कहते हैं कि इस सदन में मैं 4 लोगों का गौरव बहुत करता हूँ। एक प्राइम मिनिस्टर, दूसरे लीडर ऑफ द हाउस और तीसरे अपोजिशन लीडर। आपने बार बार कहा,
एक सेकंड, मैंने कहा था ऑनरेबल मेंबर सर, बोल के I had indicated, one second, only minor correction, I had indicated, honorable members, I had indicated to the honorable members when I occupied this chair that every member of parliament in this house occupies a distinct position and all are equal. But 4 persons who are present here, with respect to them, I will first listen to them and then look at the rule book. And those 4 honorable members were Leader of the Council of States, he is a part of this house, Leader of the Opposition, and 2 former Prime Ministers we have. For other members, they have the same right, but they have a slight different approach in the sense that I will not ask Mr. Khadge, Leader of the Opposition, sir, under which rule. I will hear him and then go to the rule. For others, I will say which rule. So that's a, and the House, I'm happy to say, agreed at that point of time. So sir, not the Prime Minister, the 4 were of this House.
तो आप मेरे इसीलिए मैं ये सोच के उठा था कि मुझे मौका मिलेगा और बात करने के लिए। मैं पूरे अपने इश्यूज को सदन के सामने रख रहा था, और जब 50 लोग अपना 267 पे दिए थे तो मुझे अगर बोलने का मौका भी नहीं मिला, ठीक है, लेकिन कम से कम जब मैं बोल रहा हूं मेरा माइक अचानक बंद करना ये मेरा प्रिविलेज है। अब उसको प्रिविलेज को धक्का, मेरा अपमान हुआ है, मेरे रेस्पेक्ट को आप मेरे सेल्फ रेस्पेक्ट को उन्होंने चैलेंज किया है, और सरकार के इशारे पे अगर सदन चला तो मैं समझूंगा साहब डेमोक्रेसी नहीं है।
Nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record. Nothing will go on record. The House is not in order. No, sir. Please sit. Sir, one second. I appeal to the honorable leader of the opposition to take seat. Nothing will go on record, is my directive. I have directed, House not being in order, nothing will go on record. Take your seats. Take your seat. I request the honorable members to first take your seat. Take your seat. First, let the House be in order first. Take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat. That is under directive. I said so. I said so. Take your seat. Take your seat. Take your seat. Take it. Take it. Take it. Take it. Would you all, one second, Mr. Chidambaram, take your seat, take your seat. Take it. Honorable members, may I request you all to please take your seat. Take your seat, take your seat. पहले take your seat. मेरी ओन है. मिस्टर सुरजेवाला, करूँगा, आप एक बार बैठिए सीट पे जाइए. Honorable members, Mr. Surjewala, Mr. Surjewala, if you think you can make a point beyond what LOP can make, I can tell you, you are mistaken. Can't you believe in your LOP? No. Can't you believe in your leader of the opposition? He's on the floor. Why don't you take your seat? Why don't you all go to your seat? No. First, take your seat. Take your seat. Please. You know it. Nothing is going on record. Nothing is going on record. Why use lung power? Let the leader of the opposition. No. Which power? Sir. Then. Okay. Nothing is going on record. Please take your seat first. I'll tell you. Oh, one second. I had given floor. Honorable members, please take your seat. It's not a laughing matter, Mr. Jairam Samesh. What is this? You have forgotten where you are. You are in the house. We are transacting serious business. Now please take your seat. Take your seat and resume. Honorable members, वो तो तब से पीछे बैठेंगे ना, आपके देखिए, आपके पीछे सब खड़े हैं। अब आई एम हैप्पी कि वो
मेरे पीछे खड़े अगर नहीं हुआ तो क्या मोदी के पीछे खड़े होगा?
Nothing goes on record. Nothing goes on record. Nothing goes on record. Silence! Please maintain decorum. Honorable members, I request leader of the House and leader of opposition to generate discipline and decorum in their members. Please take your seat. All of you take your seat. 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 The House is adjourned to meet at 12.
उसके बाद में काम में थोड़ी सी कुछ और चेंज आया। चेंज होने के कारण अप्रोच पोर्शन का कॉस्ट भी उसमें इंक्लूड किया गया और इस पूरे के पूरे काम को टेंडर अवार्ड कर दिया गया है। काम तेजी से चल रहा है।
धन्यवाद माननीय मंत्री जी। मैं दूसरा पूरक प्रश्न जानना चाहूँगा कि मेरे संसदीय क्षेत्र में बालामऊ रेलवे स्टेशन लेवल क्रॉसिंग 257 है, जिसमें अंडरपास के लिए फाइल लंबित पड़ी हुई है रेल मंत्रालय में, और उसी के साथ ही 258 की लेवल क्रॉसिंग है जिस पर रेलवे ओवरब्रिज स्वीकृत हो चुका है। मैं माननीय मंत्री जी से जानना चाहूँगा 257 के रेलवे अंडरब्रिज और 258 के रेलवे ओवरब्रिज की आगे की प्रक्रिया में अविलंब प्रारंभ किए जाने हेतु कोई निर्देश देंगे?
मान्यवर सांसद महोदय का सजेशन नोट किया गया सर, और मैं मान्यवर सांसद से निवेदन करूंगा कभी भी कार्यालय में बैठ के उसका कंप्लीट रिव्यू हम लोग कर लेंगे।
Now Sri Krishna. With respect to the RUBs, road underbridges, there is a huge problem, mainly in the rainy season, sir. There's a lot of water logging that is happening for almost 6 months a year, sir, and because of that, farmers are not able to access their fields for 6 months a year, sir. And this has been raised by not just by me, sir, but most of the members in the House repeated times, sir. So I request the Minister to give some clarity on this issue so that there's a technical there needs to be a new design that has to be come up with the RUBs, sir. So I request the Minister to give what is the new design that are coming up so that this waterlogging problem can be taken off, sir. Thank you very much.
माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, माननीय सदस्य ने बहुत ही अच्छा प्रश्न उठाया है और इसके बारे में मैं थोड़ी सी विस्तृत जानकारी देना चाहूँगा। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, रेलवे के अंडरपासेस में पानी की जो समस्या है उसके लिए बहुत सारे स्टेप लिए गए हैं। उन स्टेप्स में 3-4 स्टेप है जो कि बहुत ही महत्वपूर्ण है। सबसे पहले जो अंडरपासेस के डिज़ाइन में जो जॉइंट होते थे, उन जॉइंट के ऊपर एक अलग से जैकेटिंग करके उसको जॉइंट को रोका गया है। दूसरा, जो रिटेनिंग वॉल होती थी उसमें वी पोल्स होते थे, तो उस वी पोल्स को बंद किया गया है। तीसरा, बहुत सारी जगह जो अप्रोच रोड है उसके ऊपर एक कवर्ड शेड बनाया गया है। चौथा, जितनी भी अप्रोच वाला एरिया है उसमें कंक्रीट गार्ड वॉल बनाई गई है जिससे कि साइड का पानी नहीं आए। पांचवा, जो अप्रोच है रोड उसकी ग्रेडियंट को बहुत अच्छे तरीके से मॉनिटर किया गया है और इस तरह से किया गया है जिससे कि ग्रेडियंट पहले ऊपर जाए उसके बाद में नीचे रहे। छठा, बहुत सारी जगह जो हमारे अंडरपासेस हैं, अंडरपासेस में सम्प क्रिएट किया गया है जिस सम्प से मोटर लगाई गई है ताकि पानी को बाहर पंप आउट किया जाए। सातवां, बहुत सारी जगह क्रॉस ड्रेनेज की व्यवस्था की गई है। माननीय अध्यक्ष जी, करीब 1900 ऐसे अंडरपासेस है जिसमें रिपेयर करके आज परिस्थिति पहले से बेहतर है।
सदस्यगण, आप चर्चा नहीं करना चाहते, मणिपुर पर आप चर्चा नहीं करना चाहते, सदन की मर्यादा बना के रखो। सदन में बात या चर्चा के लिए अच्छा हो, आप अपने अपनी शासन पर बैठे, हर विषय हर मुद्दे पर चर्चा कराई जाएगी। ये सदन चर्चाओं के लिए है। आप चर्चा नहीं करना चाहते, प्रश्नकाल नहीं चलना चाहते, सदन की कार्रवाई 12 बजे तक के लिए स्थगित की जाती है।
All these honorable members have demanded discussion on the ongoing situation of violence and unrest in Manipur. In this regard, honorable members would recall that on 20th of July 2023, I have already imparted a ruling that the notices for short duration discussion received regarding the violence in Manipur are admitted, and the leader of the House, Piyush Goyal, had agreed for discussion on the issue. Since a similar notice has already been agreed for discussion by government, the notices received under Rule 267 are misconceived. Moreover, none of the notices fulfill the mandate of Rule 267 or are in conformity with the ruling imparted by me on 8th December 2022. In view of the same, I am unable to persuade myself to allow these notices. Honorable members, please. 3 notices under Rule 176 for short duration discussion have been received. The same are Sri Ghanshyam Tiwari, concern over assault on Sri Rajendra Singh Gudha, member of Rajasthan Legislative Assembly. Wait for my decision, what I do to them. I am only indicating what the honorable member has raised. Be fully confident, I'll deal with it. Dr. M. Thambi Durai, concern over rising prices of daily essential commodities. Sri C. Sanmugam, concern over breakdown of rule of law in the state of Tamil Nadu. Honorable members, in addition, I have received a representation from following members: Srimati S. Fan Ganon Konyak, Sri Ravangra Narjari, Sri Pavitra Margareta, Sri Kamakhya Prasad Tasa, Sri Bhuvaneshwar Kalita, Sri K. Van Lal Vena, Sri Ishe Lachungpa, Dr. Van Veirai Kharlukhi, Sri Viplab Kumar Dev, Sri Maharaj Sanaja Obali Simba, Sri Nabab Rebia, Sri Birendra Prasad Bash. They have given me a notice invoking Rule 176 stating, I quote, "We all the members of Rajya Sabha from Northeast earnestly request you to please include in the list of business of the House a short duration discussion on situation arising out of recent incidents in Manipur and steps taken in respect thereof under Rule 176 of Rules of Procedure and Conduct of Business in Rajya Sabha at the earliest. Government of India and state government have also taken so many steps to bring normalcy and restore peace in the state. All of India, including us, want the people of Manipur should feel safe and be part of development path India, and therefore there is urgent need for discussion on the subject in the House so that members from across party lines can participate in the debate and give constructive suggestions for tackling the situation prevailing in Manipur, which will boost the confidence of the people of Manipur. Sir, you have already given in principle approval for short duration discussion on this subject. Government has also categorically stated that they are ready for discussion on this subject as per rules and convenience of Honorable Chairman of the House. In the above backdrop, we sincerely request you to please allow short duration discussion on this subject under Rule 176 at the earliest without any further delay, keeping your urgency. Honorable members, I have already admitted notice. Honorable members, please take it. Honorable members, I have already admitted notices for short duration discussion under Rule 176 on the issue of Manipur, and Leader of the House has also conveyed government's willingness for such discussion. After discussion with Leader of the House, as per requirement under Rule 177, I will fix date and time for short duration discussion. Okay, sit down. Honorable Finance Minister, I'll come to you.
Given me the time.
Please, please, take your
So
seat.
I'm grateful you've given me the time.
I'll come to you. I'll come to you.
Sir,
Honorable
I'm
Finance
grateful
Minister.
you've given me the time. I'm astonished to hear. I'm astonished to hear a member of this house call other members of this house dhokebaz. What's I condemn this. It should be removed and the honorable member should apologize. The honorable member should apologize. The honorable member should apologize. No way. This house cannot see this.
Please, one second. Let there be order in the house. Mr. Tiruchi Siva. Let there be order in the house.
Sir,
Please. Nothing will go on record except what Mr. Tiruchi Siva says. Please go ahead. And please.
sir, Rule 235, sir.
1 second, sir. Give me a moment. Rule 230.
35.
Yes, sir.
Sir, while the council is sitting,
No, sir. Before reading the rule, tell me what is your point of order in substance.
I shall, sir.
Okay, go
After
ahead.
reading the rule, I will tell you, sir. A member shall not interrupt any member while speaking by disorderly expression or noises or in any other disorderly manner. Sir, in the parliamentary democracy, sir, the leader of the house and the leader of opposition command a very big respect, sir. And whenever the leader of opposition or the leader of the house stands up, everyone will be silent listening to them. And our leader of opposition, Honorable Arjun, yesterday, sir, two incidents happened. When he was speaking, he was now and then interrupted by the leader of the house, none other than the leader of the house and other members. He was not able to convey what he wanted to. Number two, sir. Number two, sir. Number two, sir. Unprecedentally, whilst the floor was given to him and when he was speaking, his mic was switched off. Sir, it really against the house has to be enlightened. How it happened, why it happened, never has it happened in the past.
Honorable
that the leader of opposition's mic has been switched off, sir. Sir, we have to be enlightened. How it happened, why it happened, sir.
Please take your seat. Now, 1 second. Mr. Tiruchi Siva, you read a rule. The rule is very significant. And did you see its violation? From this side, from this side. Was there not violation? Everyone interrupted you. Just imagine, introspect. We are reading a rule that says we'll maintain decorum. There will be no interruptions. Number one. Number two, with full sense of responsibility, after getting all inputs from the deputy chairperson, a man of high caliber and integrity, there was no mic off. Once again. There was, one second. Mr. Siva, what is this? You said no interruption. You are interrupting even the chairman. But Why? Take your seat. Go please. Your seat. Your seat. Please, please take your seat.
मैंने स्थगन प्रस्ताव की किसी सूचना के लिए पर रखे जाने वाले पत्र आइटम नंबर 2 डॉक्टर जितेंद्र सिंह।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, आपकी अनुमति से आज की संशोधित कार्यवली की क्रम संख्या 2 पर मेरे नाम के आगे सूचीबद्ध कागजात सभा पटल पर रखता हूं। धन्यवाद।
आइटम नंबर 3 श्री अश्विनी कुमार चौबे।
महोदय, मैं आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची में आपके आदेश से
विद्वान है,
क्रम संख्या 3
नियम से चलता है सदन।
सामने सूचीबद्ध उपभोक्ता मामले, खाद्य और सार्वजनिक वितरण मंत्रालय से संबंधित कागजात को सभा पटल पर प्रस्तुत करता हूँ।
आइटम नंबर 4 श्री दानवे राव साहब पाटिल।
मैं आज के कार्यसूची में मेरे नाम के सामने क्रम संख्या 4 पर उल्लेखित कागजातों को सभा पटल पर रखता हूँ।
आइटम नंबर 5 साध्वी निरंजन ज्योति।
महोदय, मैं आज की संशोधित कार्यसूची में क्रम संख्या 5 पर मेरे नाम के सामने उल्लेखित पत्र सभा पटल पर प्रस्तुत करती हूँ।
आइटम नंबर 6 श्रीमती अनुप्रिया सिंह पटेल।
Sir, with your permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House papers mentioned against my name at serial number 6 in the revised list of business for today.
आइटम नंबर 7 श्रीमती दर्शना जरदोश।
Sir, with your permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House papers mentioned against my name, serial number 7, related Ministry of Textile, as per the today's revised list of business.
आइटम नंबर 8 श्री देवी सिंह चौहान।
Honorable Speaker, sir, with your kind permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House the papers mentions against my name at serial number 8 in today's revised list of business.
Item number 9, Mahasachiv.
Sir, I have to report that Rajya Sabha has returned the Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order 5th Amendment Bill 2022 as passed by Lok Sabha with amendments. Sir, I lay on the table the Constitution Scheduled Tribes Order 5th Amendment Bill 2022 as passed by Lok Sabha and returned by Rajya Sabha with amendments.
Item number 10, Dr. Jitendra Singh. Dr. Jitendra Singh.
Speaker, sir, with your kind permission, I rise to lay on the table of the House a statement regarding A, the status of implementation of the recommendations of leak observations contained in the 126th report of the Standing Committee on Personal Public Grievances, Law and Justice, demand for growth 2023-24 pertaining to the Department of Personnel and Training, Ministry of Personal Public Grievances and Pensions. B, the status of implementation of recommendations pertaining to the Department of Administrative Reforms and Public Grievances, Department of Pensions, Ministry of Personnel. And C, the status of implementation of recommendations of 367th report pertaining to the Ministry of बायोटेक्नोलॉजी। ये 2-3 विभाग इकट्ठे हो गए, इसलिए थोड़ा समझ ले रहा हूँ सर। Pertaining to the Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology. D, the status of implementation of the recommendations, observations contained in the 369th report pertaining to the demands of grants, Department of Science and Technology, Ministry of Science and Technology. Fifth, the status of implementation of the 374th report on the Standing Committee on Science and Technology, Environment, Forest and Climate Change pertaining to the Department of Biotechnology, Ministry of Science and Technology. And sixth, the status of implementation of the recommendations contained in the 375th report pertaining to the Department of Scientific and Industrial Research, CSIR, Ministry of Science and Technology. धन्यवाद।
माननीय सदस्यगण, सदन की गरिमा रखो, ये भारत की संसद है। आप इतने पुराने दल हो, आपका इस तरह का व्यवहार ठीक लगता है क्या? कुछ गरिमा रखो सदन में। आप गरिमा को गिराना चाहते हैं सदन में। इतने साल में शासन करने के बाद आपको यह व्यवहार सिखाया है। आइटम नंबर 12 श्रीमती दर्शना जरदोश।
Rise to make a statement regarding the status of implementation of the recommendations contained in the 37th report of the Standing Committee on Labour, Textile and Skill Development on the development of man-made fibre pertaining to the Ministry of Textile.
Item number 13 श्री सोम प्रकाश जी।
Sir, with your kind permission, I make statements regarding number 1, the status of implementation of the recommendations contained in 172nd report of the Standing Committee on Commerce on promotion and regulation of e-commerce in India pertaining to the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Number 2, the status of implementation of the recommendations contained in the 175th report of the Standing Committee on Commerce on action taken by the government on the recommended observation contained in 168th report of the Committee on Demands for Grant 22-23, demand number 11, pertaining to the Department of Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, Ministry of Commerce and Industry. Thank you, sir.
श्री नित्यानंद राय।
महोदय, मैं माननीय गृह मंत्री श्री अमित शाह जी की ओर से प्रस्ताव करता हूं कि जन्म और मृत्यु रजिस्ट्रीकरण अधिनियम 1969 का और संशोधन करने के लिए विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति दी जाए।
और मनीष तिवारी जी, आपको प्रेमचंदन जी। ओके, माननीय सदस्यगण, मुझे सदन को सूचित करना है कि मुझे श्री गौरव गोगोई से नियम 198 के अंतर्गत मंत्रिपरिषद में अविश्वास प्रस्ताव प्राप्त हुआ है। मैं श्री गौरव गोगोई से सदन की अनुमति प्राप्त करने के लिए अनुरोध करता हूं। प्रस्ताव इस प्रकार है। ये सभा मंत्रिपरिषद में विश्वास का अभाव प्रकट करती है। श्री गोगोई कृपया सदन की अनुमति प्राप्त करें।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं निम्नलिखित प्रस्ताव के लिए सदन की अनुमति चाहता हूं। ये सभा मंत्रिपरिषद में विश्वास का अभाव प्रकट करती है। मैं उन सदस्यों से जो इस प्रस्ताव की अनुमति दिए जाने के पक्ष में ये अनुरोध करता हूं, वो अपने स्थान पर खड़े हो जाएं। इस प्रस्ताव की अनुमति दी जाती है। मैं सभी दलों के नेताओं से चर्चा कर और नियमों के तहत उचित समय पर चर्चा करने की तिथि से आप सबको अवगत करा दूंगा। मनीष तिवारी जी।
Mr. Speaker, sir, I rise to oppose the introduction of the said bills on want of legislative competence on 3 counts. First, it transgresses on the right to privacy. Number 2, it transgresses on the right to the separation of powers. And number 3, it suffers from the malady of excessive delegation. If the Speaker would permit, I could read out in detail as to what are the reasons for this, for opposing the bill. But these are my 3 fundamental objections, Mr. Speaker, sir.
अधिरंजन जी, आप बोलना चाहते हैं? प्रश्न ये कि विधेयक को पूरा स्थापित करने की अनुमति प्रदान की जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हाँ कहें, जो सदस्य विरोध में ना कहें, मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में। माननीय मंत्री जी, आप विधेयक को पूरा स्थापित करें।
महोदय, मैं विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करता हूं।
आइटम नंबर 15 श्री अधिरंजन चौधरी जी। अधिरंजन चौधरी जी। नित्यानंद राय जी।
महोदय, मैं माननीय गृह मंत्री जी श्री अमित शाह जी की ओर से प्रस्ताव करता हूं कि जम्मू कश्मीर आरक्षण अधिनियम 2004 का और संशोधन करने के लिए विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति दी जाए।
प्रश्न ये कि विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति प्रदान की जाए। जो सदस्य इसके पक्ष में हाँ गए, जो सदस्य विरोध में ना गए, मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में। माननीय मंत्री जी, विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करें।
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं विधेयक पुनर्स्थापित करता हूं।
आइटम नंबर 16 श्री नित्यानंद राय जी।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं माननीय गृह मंत्री श्री अमित शाह जी की ओर से प्रस्ताव करता हूं कि जम्मू कश्मीर पुनर्गठन अधिनियम 2019 का और संशोधन करने के लिए विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति दी जाए।
I oppose introduction of the bill. Sir, on the ground is that J&K Reorganization Act is a constitutionally suspect law. It is judicial security is being determined by the apex court. Even hearing has commenced. So you cannot, it is against the constitutional propriety and constitutional morality. You cannot amend an act that is under judicial security, which is constitutionally suspect law. Sir, Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act is being examined, it is constitutionality is being examined by the Supreme Court, and hearing is from 2nd August, day-to-day hearing. Sir, it is better to stop the introduction, because I oppose the introduction. I oppose the introduction on the ground that it is constitutionally suspect and constitutional does not permit the introduction of the bill. Sir, that is my objection to the introduction.
अनुमति प्रदान की जाए। जो सदस्य के पक्ष में आ गए, जो सदस्य विरोध में ना गए, मेरे विचार में निर्णय हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ, हाँ वालों के पक्ष में हुआ। माननीय मंत्री जी विधेयक को प्रस्तावित।
अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं विधेयक प्रस्तावित करता हूं।
आइटम नंबर 17 डॉक्टर वीरेंद्र कुमार।
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, मैं प्रस्ताव करता हूं कि संविधान जम्मू कश्मीर अनुसूचित जातियां आदेश 1956 का और संशोधन करने वाले विधेयक को पुनर्स्थापित करने की अनुमति प्रदान की जाए।
क्या राज्य सरकार से कोई
क्वेश्चन नंबर 70 श्री ब्रजलाल।
राज्य सरकार
मंत्री जी जवाब दे रही है सर। 69 सर, 69
Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao,
yes sir,
ask your supplementary with clarity. What do you want?
So I would like to ask the Honorable Minister whether state government of Andhra Pradesh has sent a recommendation for including Turpu Kapus, Kalinga Vaishyas, Sister Karnams and Sondi castes in the central list of OBCs.
Honorable
yes
Minister,
sir, no.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, आपके माध्यम से माननीय संसद को मैं अवगत कराना चाहती हूँ, आंध्र प्रदेश सरकार से ऐसे जातियों को ओबीसी में शामिल करने के लिए ऐसा कोई प्रस्ताव अभी तक नहीं आया। राज्य सरकार से ऐसा कोई प्रस्ताव आएगा तो हम लोग विचार करेंगे।
Supplementary 2.
So my second supplementary is to include Turpu Kapus, Sister Karnams, Kalinga Vaishyas and Sondis in the central OBC list. What is the procedure to be adopted to include them in the central list? I would like to request the Minister for clarity.
Honorable Minister.
माननीय अध्यक्ष महोदय, राज्य सरकार से भूमिगत रूप से अच्छे से उसको छानबीन करके प्रॉपर वे से हमारी ओबीसी कॉर्पोरेशन कमीशन में उसका पर्चा आए, उसका सब कुछ मिला के हमारे पास उसका पेपर भेजे, हम उसके लिए तैयार हैं। उसको आए ठीक तरीके से उसको आए हमारे पास, हम उसके ऊपर कार्रवाई करने के लिए प्रस्तुत है।
नंबर 70 श्री ब्रजलाल। Question number 70 श्री ब्रजलाल। Honorable Minister. Question number 71 Dr. Anil Jain.
धन्यवाद चेयरमैन। धन्यवाद चेयरमैन साहब। ये जो अपोजिशन के लोग जब
Ask your question.
My question is sir,
Question 71.
राज्य सरकार
Honorable Minister.
क्या सरकार राजमार्गों पर बाहुबली बाढ़ लगाने की योजना बना रही है?
Honorable Minister. Question 71. Honorable Minister. Supplementary 1.
मेरा प्रश्न है माननीय मंत्री महोदय से, राज्य सरकार बाहुबली बाढ़ लगाने की जो योजना बना रही है उसमें कितनी जगहों पर बाढ़ लगाई जा रही है और उत्तर प्रदेश में किन किन राजमार्गों पर और बाढ़ लगी है?
पश्चिम बंगाल और ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
सर, ये इसका पहली बार प्रयोग किया गया है। इसके बारे में सब टेस्टिंग किया गया ये इको फ्रेंडली है और स्टील के बजाय बाम्बू का क्रैश बैरियर बनाने के बारे में सब अप्रूवल मिल गए हैं। कल छत्तीसगढ़ में एक पायलट प्रोजेक्ट करने का हमने निश्चित किया है और ये प्रोजेक्ट सक्सेसफुल होने के बाद स्टील के बजाय बाम्बू का क्रैश बैरियर होगा और वो इको फ्रेंडली होगा, जिसके कारण वनवासी क्षेत्र में आदिवासियों को काम मिलेगा। नॉर्थ ईस्ट में लगभग बाम्बू काफ़ी उपलब्ध है, वहाँ भी ये क्रैश बैरियर बनेगा। और जो एक्सिस कंट्रोल रोड बनाते हैं जिसमें जानवर और लोगों ने रोड में आना नहीं चाहिए, उसका भी उपयोग हमने करने वाले हैं और ये बहुत सक्सेसफुल हुआ है, इको फ्रेंडली है और लोहे की जरूरत नहीं पड़ेगी, उसका अल्टरनेटिव है। और पहला प्रयोग छत्तीसगढ़ में कर रहे हैं और उसको बाद में पायलट प्रोजेक्ट होने के बाद पूरे देश में इसका प्रयोग करेंगे।
सेकंड सप्लीमेंट्री,
बाढ़ लगाए जाने से ग्रामीण क्षेत्रों को क्या क्या लाभ मिलने की संभावनाएं हैं?
ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
सर, ये ग्रामीण क्षेत्र को ही लाभ मिलेगा क्योंकि किसान वेस्ट लैंड पर बाम्बू लगाएंगे। बाम्बू से इथेनॉल बन रहा है आसाम में, बाम्बू से अचार बनता है, बाम्बू से कपड़ा बनता है और चाइना में बाम्बू की बहुत बड़ी इकोनॉमी है। हमारे देश में भी बाम्बू की इकोनॉमी खड़ी होगी और इसके क्रैश बैरियर के कारण लोहे की बचत होगी। ये काम करने के लिए वनवासियों को, ग्रामीण लोगों को प्रोत्साहन मिलेगा और बाम्बू का ये क्रैश बैरियर अगर सक्सेसफुल हुआ तो जो इतने बड़े प्रमाण पर रोड बना रहे हैं उसमें स्टील के बजाय क्रैश बैरियर बाम्बू का बनेगा और जो एक्सिस कंट्रोल होता है ये भी बाम्बू और इसका पूरा काम ग्रामीण लोगों को मिलेगा, कृषि क्षेत्र को मिलेगा और जंगल क्षेत्र में जो विशेष रूप से वनवासी है उनको इसका फायदा होगा।
क्वेश्चन नंबर 72 श्री तिरुचि शिवा, नॉट प्रेजेंट। ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
Answer is laid on the table of the House.
क्वेश्चन नंबर 73 श्री बी पार्था सारथी रेड्डी।
He should answer.
क्वेश्चन नंबर 73 श्री बी पार्था सारथी रेड्डी, नॉट प्रेजेंट। ऑनरेबल मिनिस्टर।
Sir.
श्रीमती पीटी उषा, क्वेश्चन नंबर 74।
Question number 74.
Honorable Minister.
Sir, answer is laid on the table of the House.
Supplementary one.
Sir. Thank you for the opportunity for allowing me to raise the important matter in the House, sir. A silent revolution is taking place in the country. It is not held on street, but among the women and children of India. The Poshan Abhiyan scheme, which has successfully addressed the issue of malnutrition and improved nutritional outcome for children, pregnant women and lactate, delivering a high impact package of interventions in the first 1,000 days of the children's life. In fact, creating a new India where children of robust health and peak intelligence will become the most important stakeholders who will lead this nation. In this connection, I would like to ask through that whether the government is intending to increasing the capacity of Anganwadis in the country by converting them as early childhood care and education centers. If yes, whether the pilot project be held in the state with high utilization rate of Poshan Abhiyan fund like Kerala. If so, please write details thereof. Sir, may I beg your indulgence to state officially on the floor of this House that to have a legend like P.T. Usha not only ask a question with regards to the Prime Minister's flagship scheme called Poshan Abhiyan, but also in detail understand the national flagship program, pay homage to the capacity of women and children in the country. Additionally, to ask questions about issues regarding malnutrition and opportunities for women and children, sir, is indeed a privilege to witness as minister. My compliments to P.T. Usha ji. Those who heckle her while she speaks about the issues of malnutrition, those who heckle her, especially inching closer to her mic, possibly have not even contributed 1/3 to this country's glory as P.T. Usha has done. Insofar as with P.T. Usha's question, I would like to hear sir elaborate. Ocean Abhiyan technologically now reaches out to more than 10 crore beneficiaries across the children, across the nation. 94% of them are Aadhaar verified, thereby making it the largest nutrition program in the world that is being successfully run. I must also here say, currently 13 lakh Anganwadis are under the ambit of Ocean Abhiyan. We have held meetings with states, including the state of Kerala, where we have assured that mini Anganwadis will now be converted into full-fledged Anganwadis if the state so desires. Sir, as is known to a legend like P.T. Usha, the Prime Minister envisioned the new education policy after a hiatus of 3 decades, under which additional care has been given to early childhood education, namely even Balvatikas. Ours is a partnership with the Ministry of Education to ensure across private and public sector early childhood education and care is prioritized. I must also, sir, complimenting you for your patience, further extend and tell Ms. P.T. Usha that we have, in conjunction with all states, taken the best practices of all states to impart early childhood education in the mother tongue across the country. States have proactively joined us in this endeavor. Yet again, sir, I reiterate my gratitude for your patience and P.T. Usha for our contribution to the country.
Supplementary number 2. Question number 75, Dr. Shantanu Sen. On supplementary 1.
Sir, my first supplementary, why can't our learned Prime Minister, sir, my first supplementary, why can't our learned Prime Minister find some time to come to the House and address the Manipur issue?
I tell you, honorable members, this House is required to know what our constitutional provisions are. There are rulings of this House. Constitution is very clear. It's a collective responsibility. Any minister can reply. This chair has given this direction earlier. The honorable member need to know it. We cannot afford to be ignorant. And it was pain to me that in question hour, when there was a question regarding women and children, we were not involved. We need to be careful about it. Honorable Minister, question number 75. Answer सब को रखा है. Any supplementary?
Sir, my second minister doing to protect the women. My second supplementary is how could our learned Prime Minister relate?
Okay. Nothing in your record. Honorable member, you are persisting to tell everyone that you are ignorant of Constitution, ignorant of rules of this House. You are not aware of the directions given by this chair earlier. I am so sorry, you are misconceived. It was such an important occasion. We had number of good questions. There should have been involvement of the House all around. Question hour is important. It is heart of parliamentary debate. It gives an opportunity to members to ask questions to the government and force accountability, transparency, and the government also benefits by wisdom and inputs of the honorable members. On women and child, there was such comprehensive response. I expected lady members and others to particularly ask searching questions. It is not a pleasant duty, honorable members. We must avail the upper house time. Every second has to fructify into public gain, into national gain. Can we filter away these opportunities? Honorable members, out of 1/4 1.4 billion people. Only few get the opportunity to be in this house, the House of Elders, the upper house. We are required to discharge our obligations. We are required to discharge our duties. And all that we do is, we shout, we create ruckus, we create indecorous behavior. It was good for Mr. Tiruchi Siva to rise and remind me of Rule 235, and everyone violated it. What have you to say? Your sane voice is not being listened to others. Honorable members, since time is available, I will take special mentions, avail the opportunity. Shri Ajay Pratap Singh, Shri Dipender Huda, Shri Lair Singh Siroya, Shri Lair Singh Siroya.
Sir, I would like to draw the attention of the government in very important subject that has dire implications on the country's macroeconomic stability. The culture of announcing freebies competitively to win elections poses a great risk on the fiscal health of states. In April 2023, the CAG of India said, while we understand the importance of the subsidies to help the unprivileged, it is essential to transparently account for such subsidies, and we require to distinguish between justifiable subsidies from freebies which are not fiscally responsible. Sir, citing the example of what happened in countries like Brazil, Sri Lanka, institutions like Supreme Court, ECL, Finance Commissions, RBI, CAG have been cautioning about the consequences of fiscal profligacy in states. This chairman, the chairman of the 15th Finance Commission, had cautioned that it is the race of the bottom to the bottom, not to the road to efficiency or prosperity, but quick passport to the fiscal dissidents, sir. Management FRBM Act has failed to check the profligacy, or most of states borrowed funds of budget beyond the pale of FRBM tracking. I urge the government to look into the matter and check if any legislation is being planned to check profligacy in states. In my own state of Karnataka, the newly elected government has reduced capital expenditure with allocations for education, health, rural development, agriculture and irrigations to fulfill the guarantees given during the elections. There is cuts failed disaster to long-term development to the state. This needs to urgent attention. ನಮಗೆ ಅವಕಾಶ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಕ್ಕೆ ತಮಗೆ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು.
श्री नरेश बंसल
पर नहीं मिला.
श्री निरंजन बीसी, श्री पवित्र मार्गरीटा.
Sir, my subject is appeal for recognizing Assamese script in the ISO 15924. Sir, yes, I'm getting. My subject is appeal for recognizing Assamese script in ISO 15924. In the August Parliament, I already appealed for recognizing Assamese as a classical language, and subsequently Assam Publication Board, Ahom Sahitya Sabha and Government of Assam are already working on it. Now, I would like to appeal for taking necessary steps to recognize Assamese script in ISO 15924/2004 and ISO/IEC 10646. The origin of the Assamese script can be tracked back to the to the early decades of the 4th century. But unfortunately, in ISO and Unicode documents and code chart, Assamese script has not been appropriately recognized. Earlier, Assamese script was recognized. Earlier, Assamese script was recognized by DIT and CDAC in ISC-II. The code for Assamese script was 57006. Was the standard recognized by Government of India for the Indic scripts before Unicode standard was accepted. Bureau of Indian Standards (BIS) is one of the recognizing authorities of the script code for Indian languages. According to documentary evidence, BIS encoded Assamese script independently for Assamese language in 1991. But in ISO/IEC 10646, which provides a code for the representation of names of the scripts, Assamese script is missing. Similarly, in ISO, which is related to Unicode, Assamese script is not recognized properly. I honestly appeal for recognition of Assamese script in the ISO and Unicode. BIS has in ISO and BIS has the authority to forward the demand to ISO for recognizing and encoding the Assamese script in its standards. Therefore, sir, I request the concerned government authorities to take the necessary steps to ensure the recognition of Assamese script in the national and international standards, thereby thereby preserving the heritage. Thank you, sir.
Dr. Prashant Nanda. Dr. Prashant Nanda. Dr. Shantanu Sen. Dr. Sasmit Patra. Dr. Sasmit Patra. Shri Jagesh. Shri Jagesh. Shri A.A. Rahim. Shri A.A. Rahim. A.A. Rahim. Shri Dhananjay Bhimrao Mahadik. Shri Dhananjay Bhimrao Mahadik. Shri M. Muhammad Abdullah. Shri Niranjan Bishi. Shri Niranjan Bishi.
Thank you, Chairman sir, for giving me opportunity to speak on an urgent public importance, sir. According to the Children's Climate Risk Index published by UNICEF, approximately 1 billion children live in high-risk countries and are more vulnerable to climate and environment shocks than an adult. Children do not have equal access to clear water, hygiene and sanitation, especially for children living in poverty, which is why children-centric politics should be a forefront for the environment movement in India. According to the Society for Research in Child Development, every year 175 million children globally are expected to be affected by natural disaster. Prarambha, the Odisha State Policy for Children is an excellent example for a children-centric policy that also focuses on climate change. Odisha is very disaster prone, as many as 14 out of 30 districts are vulnerable to floods, cyclone and droughts, which is why a state-based policy that teaches children about the danger of climate change is questionable. One of its prime focuses is to support children who face the adverse effects of climate-induced natural disaster and face exceptional challenges because of climate change. Additionally, the policy also focuses on improving access to climate change related education. Thus, though I urge the government to form national scheme and environment policy like that of Odisha that are education focuses and are children-centric. Thank you very much, sir.
Shri R. Girirajan. Shri R. Girirajan. Shrimati Shanta Chetri. Shri R. Girirajan.
Sir, we are expressing our concern regarding...
Nothing will go on. No, you cannot misconduct. You cannot be indecorous. You cannot overreach the rules. If you want to avail your opportunity, it has to be the approved text. You know it. Are you availing the opportunity? Okay. Shrimati Shanta Chetri. Shrimati Shanta Chetri. It will be there. You have to be on the subject. Honorable members. Honorable members. One second. 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 Shri Girirajan.
Yes, sir.
It is there.
Yes. Sir, I expressed my concern regarding the Manipur issue.
Mr. Girirajan,
Yes.
1 year. You know it. That floor has been given to you for a special mention as per approved text. If you avail the opportunity for beyond this, you are violating law. It is indecorous. You have forfeited your right. Shrimati Shanta Chetri. Dr. Amar Patnaik. Shrimati Shanta Chetri.
I laid on the table, but I would like to discuss regarding the Manipur.
I'm so sorry, ma'am. You have really engaged into most indecorous conduct even after I had suggested to several people. This is never done. How painful it is. Can we persist with such kind of violations? Sorry, Professor. Sorry, Professor. Take care of your students. Dr. Anil Sukhdev Rao Monde. I'm aware. Take your seat. Dr. Anil Sukhdev Rao Monde. I know. Note. Dr. Uday. I'll come to him. I have seen his act. Raising hand by Mr. Chidambaram once is good enough.
मैं आपके माध्यम से सदन का ध्यान अपनी तरफ रखना चाहता हूं। प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना में ग्रामीण भागों के लाभान्वित नागरिक को सरकार 1.20 लाख रुपए की राशि प्रदान करता है और शहरी भागों को लाभान्वित नागरिक को 2.5 लाख रुपए की राशि प्रदान करता है। हालांकि ग्रामीण भागों के नागरिकों को शहरी भाग से ज्यादा खर्चा आता है, जबकि ग्रामीण भागों में आवास के लिए लगने वाली सामग्री शहर से लाना पड़ता है, तो उसका खर्चा यह लाभान्वित नागरिक को उठाना पड़ता है। महोदय, मैं आपके माध्यम से माननीय मंत्री जी को, सरकार को विनंती करता हूं कि प्रधानमंत्री आवास योजना के ग्रामीण और शहर में दुजाभाव न कर ग्रामीण और शहरी भागों के लाभान्वित नागरिक को 3 लाख रुपए की राशि प्रदान करें। धन्यवाद।
डॉक्टर अशोक कुमार मित्तल। डॉक्टर अशोक कुमार मित्तल और
संजय सिंह बोलिए।
Sir, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Mr. Patel, this is absolutely reprehensible. Mr. Patel, your prompting that is audible to all is reprehensible. Such kind of conduct cannot be countenanced. You are prompting a member to take up issue beyond what is listed here. Not expected of a man of your learning. Come on, I give you, please. Dr. Mittal. Dr. Mittal.
Sir, I withdraw this opportunity, sir. Thank you.
Khan, Dr. Fozia Khan. Dr. Fozia Khan. Bitas.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Sir, please. Sir, thank you very much for allowing me to raise this matter of grave concern. In today's data-driven era, it is ironic that we have to face ominous specter of internet shutdowns. This is in the context of Manipur. Fear of getting caught on camera, same thing, sir, can stop even the most studied criminal from committing a crime. Internet shutdown must be viewed in this context, especially in violence-ravaged region. A blanket ban gives a perpetrator a sense of impunity. That is, direct hits are fair game without any mechanism for surveillance. Manipur's recent events serve as stark example. The wanted, silence please, the wanted killings and weaponization of gang rape.
You are aware?
I am reading it, sir.
I know, read it.
Yeah.
Dr. John Bitas.
I am reading it.
Yes, go ahead. I'm at your text, go ahead.
The wanted killings and weaponization of gang rape to spread a reign of terror have come to light very late. A video from May 4th was recently circulated in social media of two women stripped and taken away by rival community mob. Internet shutdowns lead to a breeding ground for fake news, misinformation, and suppression of valuable information. Landmark judgments, including Supreme Court's ruling in Aniruddha Basin versus Union of India, underscore the paramount significance of internet in various aspects of life and livelihood. Internet shutdowns causes an estimated economic loss of nearly 40,000 crores in last 3 years alone. Besides, the devastating impact on education, information, health, entertainment, and other facets of life are beyond comprehension. Hence, I urge the government to overhaul the current policy, bring back internet and Manipur into normalcy and peace. Thank you very much.
Dr. Sasmit Patra.
Honorable Chairman, sir, my special mention is on demand for passage of the Women's Reservation Bill in Indian Parliament. Women's Reservation Bill has been long pending for being legislated in Indian Parliament by providing 33%.
One second. Dr. Sasmit Patra. Dr. Sasmit Patra, you are raising a good point. But you must also take note of the change that has taken place here. We first had a glorious contribution by P.T. Usha from this chair.
Yes, sir.
We had another glorious contribution yesterday from Koinak.
Yes, sir.
And 50% of the chairpersons are from this gender.
Absolutely.
So take note of it and then go ahead.
Right, sir. Sir, I'd like to, on this note, sir, I'd like to thank you for actually empowering the women members of Parliament by appointing 50% of the vice chairpersons from the women's, and it's a tremendous opportunity. But sir, I want to thank you, sir. It's a tremendous opportunity. First time in Rajya Sabha, first time in Parliament, sir. A warm round of applause to you, sir, for having done that. Sir, the approved text before me is demand for passage of the Women's Reservation Bill in Parliament. Women's Reservation Bill has been pending for being legislated in Indian Parliament by providing 33% reservation for women in the Parliament and state assemblies. India would be taking a historic step towards women's empowerment. Successive governments have come to power and center but failed to fulfill their promises. I urge the government, through the Honorable Chairman of the Rajya Sabha, to bring the Women's Reservation Bill for its legislation into a law